What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online. Today is a very special day. The Summerset expansion has finally launched on the live servers. Technically, it is still in early access. Basically, what that means is if you pre-ordered it, then you can play it early. Otherwise, it's June 5th, I believe, for everyone else. So, my plan for the series is my Let's Play walkthrough on YouTube is going to be the 100%. As always, with every expansion, I try to do all the main story missions, all the side missions, delves and all the stuff, and then we do the trials at the end. And I will be live streaming on a different character, just so we could like mess around and all that stuff. So we're gonna be playing on our Magsurk for the YouTube series, and then for the live stream series, we'll be doing something else. So once again, links in the description if you want to check out both of them. I will be live streaming later today, so well, if you're watching this on launch date, that is anyway. Just check the link in the description to my Twitch page. Maybe you'll catch me, even if you're watching me 6 months later. Maybe you'll find me on Twitch. But anyway, pretty excited to be playing this today. We're on the live servers where actually things matter. I didn't do too much on the PTS. I just mostly explored around a little bit. And so today we're going to actually be figuring out like jewelry crafting, story, and all this stuff, all the skill lines. So that's the big thing. Oh my goodness, this is the first time I logged in. I did update my add-ons before we did anything, so let me just check. Raw materials. I do have the collector's edition, that's the one I bought. Let's just get rid of that. I'll hold on to that one for now. What is this? Summerset. Item expired. What is all this? Collections. Okay, so let me see. Basically, I think this is saying you can use stuff. Okay, whatever. Mementos. All this is from the collector's edition. Let's see what this actually does. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Alright, so before we actually get into the story and all that stuff, let me just put in some champion points because I know I'm going to forget to do it later. So, by the way, don't copy this. I don't even know what I'm doing, so just figure that out as we go. Okay, well, anyway, set this. We got a uh-oh, hold on. Uh-oh, hold on. On my add-ons, like, do I have to? There we go. I was like, wait a second. Hopefully we don't get too many errors, but I have been updating things as we go. Let me just open up Minion real quick, see if there's any more. Okay, they're all up to date as of right now. Let's see. Okay, so we have our crown crate.
Greetings, my good friend. Sweet riddle thar, a bonus reward. Superlative. Until next time.
What the? So yeah. If you see a little bit of lag, it's probably because everyone is trying to log on at the same time. Why am I not surprised? Oh, you can't use them in your house. Anyway, let us head off to Summerset, and we'll actually get the quest started. Oh yeah, I did want to check out the new houses. I wanted to see how much it cost before we actually do anything, because I did want to get the, I don't know if it's the pirate house, but it's like the open like cave one. That one looks really cool actually. So I want to see how much that actually costs before we do anything.
Let the cat fight those. The island sprung a leak.
Hold on.
Run.
Calm down. We got this. Let me just check the new houses. Where was it? It was... I don't even remember what it was called, actually. Are they not in the game yet? Anyway, okay, well. Hello?
First, the Queen issues a decree that changes the status of Summerset from an isolated paradise into a tourist attraction. Now monsters, sea creatures, I've never seen anything like them. Well, I say let the cat fight them. Better him than me. Suddenly the ground opened, spewing water and strange creatures. They attacked us. Luckily, one of the newcomers, a Khajiit, leaped in and drove them back. Called himself Razumdar. He could probably use some help if you're so inclined.
Okay. We probably don't need gold food here or spell pots, so we can just use regular stuff. Holy, surround the NPC.
Have you ever seen such creatures? Raz has not. Probably neither have you. You are a newcomer, yes? New to this island of high elves? This one has an eye for such things. And you look capable. So can Raz interest you in some cloak and dagger work? Ominous? No, nothing of the sort. Well, maybe a little of the sort. Depends on how things develop. Raz has come to Summerset at the behest of Queen Irene to make sure her decree regarding the opening of the island proceeds as she directed. Ask some questions, determine the mood in Shimmerin, and see how the newcomers are faring. Rumors have reached the Queen, and she is concerned. So Razumdar comes to see what is happening and fight strange creatures. Now Raz is concerned as well. While you ask questions around the city, Raz can take care of some other business. It may or may not involve scratching and clawing. Let's meet near the entrance to Shimmerin when you have something to report. Raz never saw such monsters in his life. They appear related to water, but this one tends to avoid this stuff. That pearl, though, Raz swears it was calling those creatures. A mystery for another time, perhaps. Now, we need to see to the newcomers. As a matter of fact, Raz made a list. Old Newell, a high elf artisan, spoke out. See what she complained about. Then there's Soxolza, a persecuted Argonian newcomer. Finally, Ranuel, a city resident noted in the Divine Prosecution's observation log. Something to do with monks and newcomer registration. Raz is looking into that. Last I heard, Soxolza was seen leaving the city and heading west. Probably trying to reach the water. Lizards like water, yes? Not Raz. Ugh. Raz hates the wet stuff.
Okay, so let's see. We gotta go observe and talk to people. Let's go do that. Apparently you got some new pets for Collector's Edition. steed and non-combat pets. I think you got like a griffin or something. That's a griffin? Alright then. That is a griffin. Hello? NPC? Where are you? Talk to the person. Oh.
Go find your own patch of beach.
Huh. Rude. Who are you?
Not that you'd understand the concept, but the path to Alaxon requires dedication and complete concentration. I must find the perfect shells, or my pigments will be substandard. And do you know what that will do to my art? Exactly. An ultimate concept practiced widely here in Summerset. Alaxon is the state of perfection that every High Elf strives for. The path to Alaxon represents the approach we take to achieve that state. Now, why have you interrupted my work? I believe in caution as much as the next High Elf, but sometimes the rules get in the way of common sense. My apprentice lived here for more than a year. Good help is so hard to find, especially among the newcomers, and she was adept at making dyes. They took her away. Said they had to scrutinize her qualifications, test her knowledge of culture and etiquette. But I haven't seen her since. My work suffers, so of course I complained to the monks. Now I have to gather my own shells. They told me I could fill out some forms and appeal to the kin lady. But who has time for such bureaucracy? And for a wood elf? I've said too much. I have work to do, and all this aggravation has diverted my path to Alaxon. Perfection requires constant vigilance.
Why are you so angry? I don't understand. Ooh, that's a nice banner. Alright, so we gotta talk to... Oh, wait, this is a town, but I think we don't go in there just yet. We have to go around. That's not even a person. Alright, if you want to read it, you can pause this at screen. I'll give you 3, 2, 1. Alright. We'll come back to pick this one up a little bit later, but I just want to like stay on track and do this mission for now. By the way, in the first part, I always like to ask, let me know how the audio is. Like, is my voice too loud, too quiet? Is the game audio too loud or too quiet? I can always adjust it in the future. Just need your feedback. It would be really appreciated. Thanks so much. I think I'm on the wrong side. Hold on. Let me fix that. Wait, why does my bound armor? Is it bugged? Did they break bound armor? Oh, they changed the skill. I don't even know anymore. I was like, wait, this isn't a perma toggle one? And then I realized you just changed the skill. Okay, well. Is this a quest or a crafting zone?
Hurrah, Caravel. How can a humble merchant help so exalted a personage on this fine and fine day? The Divine? Did a justiciar send you to harass me? I've lived in Summerset my whole life, and I did nothing wrong. You high elves, you say we're welcome, and then
that's
you treat us like
racist.
criminals. Is there any wonder I had to speak out? After I filled out all the proper forms and arranged to bring my cousin here, the ship arrived and they carted all the newcomers away. For questioning, they said. I complained to the kin lady, but what has it profited me? Nothing! Oh, my family has been here for generations and generations. Before the Queen's decree, outsiders might have been rare, but we were not unheard of. Our business has grown and gets better every day. That's why I sent for my cousin. We need the help. Summerset is a rare and beautiful jewel in the Abetian Sea. I love it here. The High Elves treat us like children, but they have never been hostile. The Queen's decree has stirred the waters, though. I fear it will get worse before it gets better.
Alrighty, let's go back to Razimdar. Do I really want to? I wish it was an auto path like in Black Desert. Look at my horse, everything is broken. Alright, so I should probably, I wonder if I could like walk in, look at things at the same time. I wonder if pet Zorks are going to be dead, or are they still going to be dead? I have no idea, actually. If I have to change to like a few different skills, I might do that. This looks like Auradon in a way.
This is unheard of. Why have you
Such anger. Raz never expected to hear such words from the Queen's loyal subjects. The sentiment isn't universal, but enough feel this way for Raz to be concerned. Did you learn anything interesting from the people I sent you to talk to? Sequestered? Just a different word for imprisoned, yes. Ranul's cousin just arrived, but Olnewell's assistant has lived on Summerset since long before the Queen ever issued her decree. What about the lizard? What did Soxolza have to say? Why would the Aldar gather up newcomers and non-High Elf residents alike and send them to the monastery? Does the kin lady condone this behavior? Raz's head itches, and not in a good way. Our course is clear, Five Claw. We must go to the monastery. Raz admires your enthusiasm, but this one needs you to enter the monastery on your own. Raz has other fish to catch. This one will help you get past the sentry, though. When you notice that the sentry is distracted, just sleep quietly inside.
Okay. Going in. So, Bound Aegis does not need to be on both bars anymore. So, that means I could add something else. If that's the case, I'll just add like Crit Surge to my back bar. This place is... I want a screenshot. I tried to purposefully avoid spoilers on the PTS. So a lot of this stuff is new, but I might have a few quests that I've done in common. So we'll see. Alright, so how do we get to the other side? Game? Please? Ooh, lag. So many people playing this game at once. Lag.
You there? I have a... Damn it, why won't this work?
Out of curiosity, when do the
for that game of cards and has come
Summerset crown crates come out? I don't know when they
You say I
start.
won some gold?
Don't you remember? Raz
We're just like breaking and entering and investigating someone's house.
No, not now, please. Your spiritual well-being can wait until after my nap. You'll have to ask one of the monks that the new Aldok brought with him. They deal with all the newcomer testing and evaluations. I'm just a simple monk trying to catch up on my sleep. That was a hint, by the way. Aldok Tilkala arrived right after the Queen issued her decree. He came highly recommended by King Lady Avanice, or so I heard. It's not unusual for monks to form attachments and move together, but there's something strange about that bunch. The Aldok and his monks keep to themselves. They've taken the Undercroft for their own purposes and ordered the rest of us to avoid the ancient vaults beneath the monastery. Now, please, let me get back to my nap. Again with the questions about the newcomers. Why does a newly arrived High Elf care about the complexities of Summerset bureaucracy? Still, if I had to guess, I'd say they were taken into the Undercroft for registration and processing. Now go away. The monastery should be a place of peace and meditation. The Aldok has closed us down until further notice. That means if any of the monks spot you, they'll raise the alarm. Me? I never saw you. Now, if you don't mind, my nap awaits.
If I'm a high elf, shouldn't I be treated better than this? Well, this area is pretty sweet. What else is there?
Unusual knick-knack for an Aldok's office, wouldn't you agree? I noticed you skulking around while I was engaged in some skulking of my own. I suppose we both came to the monastery with a similar purpose in mind. The sequestered newcomers. I came to find out what happened to a friend. I assume that's what brought you here as well? A house of worship shouldn't be used as an internment camp, and it shouldn't be locked to the public either. Interesting. I've never seen anything quite like it. I find it intriguing and a bit disturbing. But we aren't here to discuss curios. Strange creatures notwithstanding, we need to find out what's happening with the missing newcomers. The sentry doesn't appear to have stopped you, so I could ask you the same question. Let's just agree that we both have our methods. Curious, but I feel that there's more going on in Shimmerine than the usual politics and community relations. That's the question, my cautious friend. We have a newly appointed Aldarch and a disgruntled kin lady, both opposed to the Queen's decree. What's their connection to the missing newcomers? I was about to explore the Undercroft. Care to join me?
Out of curiosity, if you
I
pre-ordered...
wonder where the Aldarch acquired it. Probably not important. I'll meet you in the Undercroft,
so you
and we can see
can't
what's going on with the
accidentally
newcomers.
pre-order again. This talisman is kind of cool, but whatever. The mounts are pretty cool. I don't even use emotes in this game, and this one is like just a crafting style. So basically, this griffin is the pet here. I'm not really sure it looks like a griffin, but whatever.
You can't stay. You just can't.
Something's wrong down here.
Oh, you
sense
don't
magic.
say.
Vile magic. Cages? These people did nothing
Thank
to
the
deserve such
divines.
treatment.
You aren't one of the monks. Please, let me out of here. It's a nightmare. We came to Summerset to seek new opportunities. We barely stepped off the ship when they marched us to the monastery. Instead of questioning us or the usual high elf bureaucracy, they locked us in these cages. The monks gathered them a few moments ago and took them through the door on the far side of the chamber. Please, let me out of here before they take me away like the others. Thank the divine. Oh, thank you for setting me free.
A Daedra. Here? And that's a Scoffin, if I remember my Daedric recitations correctly. Very curious. An excellent question, and one I hope to find the answer to. From the evidence before us, it appears this Nord killed the Scoffin before he succumbed to his own wounds. Good for him. I found this key on the creature's belt, so we can open that door. Then I suggest we pick up the pace. We need to determine what's actually happening down here, and who's behind all this. Without answers to those questions, we won't be able to decide on our best course of action. I'll explain everything later. For now, we need to hurry.
I suppose we should rescue the other people first. Oh my, a ritual.
Unfortunately, the magic only affects those who have been prepared. But never fear, your turn will come. What?
Oh, I forgot to change the mechanical acuity and make the screen blue. Is there a way to turn that off?
I'll deal with the pearl. You hold off these creatures.
Okay.
Come on, let's talk outside. Those poor people. This wasn't just about newcomers and opposing the Queen's decree. That was Daedric magic back there. I just wish we had arrived a few moments earlier. I promise to explain what I know. I suppose that now's as good a time as any. I'm a member of the Psijic Order. Our Right Master sent me to investigate a warning we received about a plot involving Summerset. My inquiries led me here. The Psijic Order is an ancient magical monastic society. We served as advisors to the rulers of Tamriel.
Big words.
But that was before we removed our island home from the world. Now this threat has drawn us back. But why are you involved in all of this? An Eye of the Queen? Interesting. I diffused the Daedric magic and transported the pearl to Artaeum, the Psijic island, for safekeeping and study, so we can learn more about it. But we can discuss this further once we get out of here.
Okay. Load screens, please. That's actually a really nice picture, though. I wish they sold that as like a lithograph or something. I'd probably get one.
Living on Artaeum for a few centuries doesn't prepare you for physical activity. Let the Eye of the Queen know what we discovered, and I'll catch up with you later.
My FPS is Garbo here.
Ah, this one's new partner returns. What interesting scandal did you uncover in the monastery? Tell Raz every juicy detail. That isn't the kind of scandal Raz was hoping for. Murder, Daedric rituals, and traitorous behavior have a way of ruining an otherwise perfect day. We need to learn the extent of the Kin Lady's involvement, and by we, Raz means you. Accuse? Not exactly. Raz wants you to talk to her, see what she knows about the Oldar. The Kin Lady is meeting with local leaders. Attend that meeting and learn the truth. This invitation and set of elegant clothes will get you through the door. A Psijic? Raz has heard rumors. But there are always rumors about the Psijics. For an island of sages who disappeared more than 300 years ago, they certainly seem to get around. Did this Psijic mage say what the Order was investigating? There was a life-sucking pearl. You should probably have led with that bit of information. Well, we can worry about the Psijic mage and figure out where these pearls came from later. For now, go see what the Kin Lady has to say. Kin Lady Avanice and Raz do not get along. You see, there was a horse, a platter of pudding tarts, and... No. This one won't bore you with the sordid details. Besides, everyone behaves well when they see Raz. You will learn more than I would.
Alright, so with that said, I think I'm going to wrap it up on this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys next time. I will be live on Twitch TV, by the way, if you are watching this. And if you want to check out everything, I'll be there. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in a bit.